Hey, this is a timeless message. At the time of releasing this, it is a full moon in Sagittarius, and its ruler, Jupiter, is about to move into Gemini for the next year. So check your birth chart. Sagittarius is it's mutable fire, right? So it's I'm feeling playful, right? It's very playful, but we have this fire ant here. So I'm thinking about this fast, fiery movement. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Tiger's here as well. The thing about Sagittarius also is, in contrast to Scorpio, which Scorpio is very deep and mysterious, Sagittarius is very free-flowing, and there's a really big theme of surrender coming up in the collective right now. That's been a really big theme coming up over the past few days in my collective messages. And as I'm looking at this fire ant and this tiger and this spider here, look at this, and this tarantula right underneath, and the unicorn. Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on. So we have here I'm hearing pent-up anger. There's this aggression, 232. And I'm feeling rushed. Like, I was looking at this tiger, and the tiger knows how to move, right? The tiger knows. There's this plane going right above me right now, which I'm taking just as a confirmation. The tiger hunts at night. The tiger knows when to pounce and when to hold back. The fire ant energy here, it's like this chaotic burst of, I have to keep moving. I have to build my web of life right now. The tarantula is a fast mover, y'all. But the unicorn symbolizes your third eye. So back to this tiger here. The tiger knows intuitively when to hold back and when to go. And I'm feeling this resistance to holding back when you know you need to hold back, so that you can pounce when you need to pounce. Let's grab one more oracle before we get into your tarot cards. I will fast forward for you in the edits. I'm getting used to looking at the camera here, so if that bothers you, I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to that. Yeah. Let your first and greatest love be you. Love yourself enough to sit back so that I'm thinking about like the table, like when God prepares the table for you. New venue. The number 8 could be significant for you with this new venue, 888. 56, as I said that. Let spirit guide you. This deck is directionless. It's going into you. This new venue is going into you. You hear that? 888. The 8, I'm thinking about mastery. This new venue only comes in when you master this moment of peace, which I know is not I'm gonna drink my tea for a second. That's a bit of tea. That's not always fun to hear, that like you have to sit and master the piece in order to receive. I know that egoically speaking, it's, I want it now, right? But patience is a virtue. Let's get into your tarot. And again, okay, we have Ace of Wands at the bottom. New venue? Honey, whatever this new venue is, this new venture is that comes when you master this piece, it is... I'm hearing top of the deck here. Dragon. Dragon energy. Solar plexus. Identity. Identity. And I was just talking about ego, so balancing your ego, right? When you balance your ego and get to Ace of Wands, look at this, what sparks you? And you're able to balance this and grow this fire and sit in that space. Sit back in that space and thus grow this fire. Whatever this excites you, right? Instead of impatience, being able to sit in excitement, letting the nervousness, that polarity of nervousness and excitement, let the nervousness lead to excitement instead of letting it sit and fester and lead to anxiety. Does that make sense? Okay, now let's get into your tarot. That was interesting. Yeah, look at that. So you've been, this Queen of Wands, you've been trying to work on that actually. You've been working on your anxiety. Good for you. So now that's why you're so impatient. That's why you're so impatient, because you've been working on it. That Ace of Wands came back. You've been working on your anxiety. And so that's why you're so damn impatient. You're like, I've been working on myself. When's it gonna happen already? What's in your subconscious? See that way that flipped? We have the Queen of Cups here. So, Man, I Feel Like a Woman by Shania Twain came on when I was getting ready. Definitely have some divine feminine energy. And as this is full moon, I'm definitely feeling like healing divine feminine energy. So that is bigger, or, you know, take that as it resonates, right? Healing divine feminine energy goes beyond gender. Whatever that means to you, we all have our own balance of yin and yang, right? This is definitely a reading about healing the divine feminine energy and learning how to sit back and allow yourself to receive your desires. What sparks you, what excites you. This is exciting. This is an exciting reading. Especially as I'm looking at this, like you've been sitting, learning how to sit with this anxiety, and we were just talking about this festering anxiety, like you've been learning how to balance this. This is the work you've been doing for quite a while now. And so I'm looking at this, think about this, right? You've been learning how to sit back with this. You've been learning how to sit back with this fire. Do you see this fire that she has? Yin and yang. We all have our own balance of yin and yang, right? That balance fire, right? Fueling the fire. Look at how this fire is fueling all of these candles here. From within. From her own balance within. 1, 1, 2, as I say that. But times will change because I've fast forwarded in the edits. Whatever. Synchronicity is synchronicity. 1, 1, 2 being ascension, alignment, as within, so without. As within, so without. Look at all these candles. It's like, and now you're in this spot of, you know, you're about to attain 9 of Cups. 9 to the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups being the full 10, baby. The family, the romance, the career, the finances. That's the full 10 of Cups. 9 of Cups leads to the 10. That's, you know, you're pulling it in. So that's why, again, like I said, 12, 13, as I record this, that's why I said you're so impatient, because you've been really working on yourself to the point where even in your subconscious, these emotional, subconscious, emotional waters, you have been sitting in these emotional depths. I'm hearing these emotional depths and being called back to this fire ant energy. It's like, I'm feeling like a wave pool, like this energy of all this movement and finally bringing the waters to balance. And that came up actually in my last lunar check-in. So if this reading really resonates with you, go check out that one, just to see if anything you need to hear is in there. Magician on the bottom, confirmation. Whew. Let's see immediate future here. That's too much energy. Get one, please. That's again too much. That I can take. That's fine. Spirit's got a lot to say to you. We have a third queen out here. So this is definitely healing your inner divine feminine energy. We have this Queen of Swords here, but we have this 3 of Wands here. So as I look at this, I'm feeling called to her heart here that's over here, and sorry, burp confirmation. It's like there's this fire here that I'm gonna grab the rest of the reading. I feel called to get into your hopes and fears, because I'm looking at this heart behind the cage here. Yeah. Wow. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Wow. So there's still, you're sitting here like, why hasn't it happened yet? The reason why it hasn't happened yet, I'm getting this as within, so without energy. Like, the reason why it hasn't happened yet is because you're limiting yourself by putting it in the future. 15:55 as I record it. You're limiting yourself by placing it in the future. Does that make sense? By asking why hasn't it happened yet instead of surrendering to the journey. Because right now, despite knowing that you're worth it, knowing that you deserve it, knowing that through all your flaws, through everything you've been through it all, You have made it to where you are. You have worked on yourself and you deserve what you want. You're still sitting here like, why hasn't it happened yet? You're still sitting here in this, there's still this, another plane flying above me, another confirmation energy. As I'm talking about this pig up here, and I'm about to say, you're thinking about, you still have this egoic energy of maybe when pigs fly. As a plane's flying above me, fly, you know, you still have some egoic energy that you need to release, babe. I'm sorry. You still have some egoic energy that you need to release. And I say that with the utmost love. You still have some, if I can pick up this card, my fire crystal, as I'm picking up the fire ant card, you still have some tumultuous stuff as this impatience that was coming up. This impatience is still affecting your subconscious, which is thus still affecting how these desires manifest into your life. Big fire energy as we're getting into a full moon and fire reading, right? Spirit's influence, we have this 4-5 here. We have, as you know, 4 of Wands symbolizes the home, and we have 5 of Wands right after, which is this tension, but it's almost kind of unnecessary. Like, they're not really next to each other. Like, what are they even doing, you know? Spirit wants you to learn how to be comfortable within your uncomfortable. Learn how to hold space for this uncomfortable, impatient, anxiety, egoic, however this fire ant, egoic, anxiety, impatient energy resonates with you. Learn how to hold space for that energy, that side of yourself. Learn how to be comfortable within this weird, uncomfortable energy that may present itself within you. Because what's coming up is like, yeah, the past, one of my past readings is coming up. So again, if this reading really resonates, go check out my last lunar check-in, Getting Older, which I'm pretty sure was in that last reading with this Queen of Cups here. You know, I'm looking at this Tower and Temperance, 2 major arcanas. Temperance being all about the dark and the light, that balancing your inner self, and the Tower just being rebuilding yourself. I'm hearing that line from Getting Older by Billie Eilish, like, I'm afraid, something about like I'm afraid I'm always going to be healing. Like, you still have that fear somewhere inside you, and that's connected to, I'm hearing that's connected to whatever this impatience, whatever this egoic impatience, whatever the reason why you're sitting here asking, why haven't I got what I wanted? Why hasn't it manifested yet? Why haven't I got there yet? That's connected to that. This energy, 2021, as I record this energy of being afraid you're always going to be healing and recovering and repairing yourself. Like, I'm hearing this as I'm looking at this fire ant and this spider. Like, you're so caught up trying to do everything you can to make sure this web is completely weaved so that everything is prepared for the universe to meet you, instead of maybe just breathing. And now I'm gonna grab an oracle. Maybe instead of just breathing and nature, 2121, instead of just breathing. And again, surrender, right? Allowing yourself to actually enjoy the journey. That's trying to come out and it wouldn't come out. What are you? Trust. And it's in reverse, honey. I think I need to prepare and I need to make sure everything's perfect so that the universe can bring me what I want thing is connected to some trust issues. I'm getting this energy of like, I'm looking at this 3, 5, 4, like, it's almost like receiving is kind of foreign to you, so trusting and sitting back enough instead of just preparing it all. Trusting and sitting back to eat instead of cooking and preparing the table. Sitting back and actually eating is kind of hard for you. That's what I'm hearing. It's like you're the type of person who, this spider and fire ant energy, it's like you work so hard on yourself. And now I'm looking at this queen energy. You're such a badass. Like, you work so hard on yourself and you keep going, because this queen energy is, I'll put up a picture here somewhere. It's like, it's in your subconscious. It's the work you're doing in your subconscious, and thus how you're moving from your past to your future. You're such a badass. And you don't even see it because you're so caught up doing the work that you're not even allowing yourself to sit back and look at this table and go, look at this feast I've made. I'm gonna grab an oracle. We have the sun here. And I'm looking at this immediate future into your overall future. So, immediate future, we have the Queen of Swords, high heart chakra at the bottom. And we have the 3 of Wands, which means that whatever you desire is coming in. I have a notification on my phone as I say that, so home. Very big confirmation. Whatever you're desiring is coming in. I think, feeling called to one more of these. I'm looking at this Queen of Swords and the heart in the cage again. And I'm thinking about, wow, that was fast. Detachment. The warrior. You remember how I was saying you're a badass? Remember how I was saying you're a badass? Detachment is not about completely letting go. Detachment is about surrender. Again, surrender. This theme of surrender. When I think about detachment, I think about birds. And this isn't anything against anybody who has a bird. I just, you know, what's helped me learn about detachment is the thought of a caged bird versus the thought of a bird naturally in nature, free to fly wherever it chooses, right? That's what helped me learn about detachment, and I feel called to say that here. Detachment is not about never having that thing or never seeing that thing again. It's about allowing whatever it is to appear when it is meant to be when in your life when it is meant to, trusting that life will go the way it is meant to, and being stable enough in yourself ether, the seamless, unspeakable. I feel called to the book. I'm going to read from the book here. Being stable enough in yourself, home, that you know that whatever, look at this. Look at this energy, like whatever happens, whatever flows in and out as you are in this space is whatever's meant to be. This is number 11. 11, lucky number 11. Yeah. This illuminated space of no distraction and pure potential is beyond the threshold. It is the silent meditative moment out of time. And I'm thinking about surrender again, right? This is that space of detachment and surrender, knowing that whatever is meant to be will be, because all has already happened. All of time is happening all at once, so it's all already happened anyway. You're just here to enjoy it. It is where all dreams are birthed, and it is the light we may fear to be darkness, when just for one moment everything ceases to exist. This is the place between worlds, the womb before we incarnate, and from here we can choose where we go. Remember that. You have a choice. You create your own reality. And I know that can feel very complicated at times. So I say that again with the utmost love, you know? It's about learning how to find the time to balance these emotional waters so that you can hold space for this space in between worlds where you can choose where to go. You can choose where to go. So, and I'm thinking about that detachment, right? Because you can choose where to go. Look at how bright this is. Look at how, have fun with it. You can choose where to go. I'm thinking about this fire ant energy, like because you can choose where to go, there is no need to fret. And I know how that can feel. I know how that can sound sometimes. But you can choose where to go. And if you've made it this far into the reading, then you know, because you've been really working on yourself, spiritually and emotionally. Let's finish what this has to say. What may be perceived as the endless, black nothingness is actually the illuminated eternal, the core that all our fears may be peeled back to. When we step through the darkness, we realize it is only a short distance away from the white void at the center of creation and heaven. Herein lies the feeling that we may have been striving our whole life to meet, and yet simultaneously, subconsciously running from. In this place of graceful surrender. What have I been talking about, baby? In this place of graceful surrender, we may know we are held and allow ourselves the spaciousness to drop deeper into the experience of our existence. Home within self, filling your cup so it overflows, instead of getting so attached and impatient with life around you. Filling your cup so that it overflows, and literally it just overflows. The rest is of life is just the rest of life, because you fill your cup and you know that that's what you need to do because you've been working on yourself. So keep working on yourself. You've been working on yourself and you've been doing so well. You've been doing such a good job. I'm hearing this like major clapping, cheers in my head, like the way Spirit is so proud of you. Ancestors, your ancestors are so proud of you. Keep going. The more you sit with this wounded feminine energy of allowing yourself to sit and receive and actually trusting that it's possible, that it's not just when pigs can fly, that it's possible for you to pull this in, right? When you trust, really trust in who you are, all the work you've done, right? And I'm thinking, again, you know you don't have to be perfect. It's just about filling your cup so that it overflows. 3322. Filling your cup so that it overflows. I'm hearing that's it. So work on trust, self-love, self-confidence. And that's really it. Spirit wants you to keep working on yourself and work on those themes so that you can allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to sit down and eat the food, eat the feast that you've been working so hard to prepare for. Okay? Allow yourself to enjoy the work that you've been working towards. Allow yourself to enjoy this journey and do this inner work, okay? If you want to book a more personalized reading, you can always go to my website. If this resonated, comment down below. As always, I love you. I'm here for you, and we got this.